Let's take a journey. Not to another place, but to another time. A time that's not so far away. A time that's already being built, right now, all around us. We're heading to 2040 to really understand the deep currents that are rewriting the story of our work and our lives.
So let's start with a question that cuts right to the heart of everything. I want you to forget about your job title for a second. Forget your salary. In a world just 16 years from now, a world that's been almost completely reimagined, what will your unique contribution, truly be worth?
The answer to a question that big, well, it starts with us. It starts inside us, with what we could call a profound human reset. A really deep, fundamental shift in how we live, how we age, and what we even look for in our work to begin with. And you know what? It's already happening.
Take a look at this number, 50%. By the year 2040, in a country like Portugal, that will be the share of the population over the age of 50. Now, this isn't just some statistic. It's a demographic tidal wave. Think about it. An entire economy, a whole way of life, recentering itself around the wisdom, the experience, and the needs of a much more mature society. That changes, well, it changes everything.
And as that happens, the very structures of work that we've known our whole lives, they're just dissolving. That rigid office building, the clock in, clock out of the 9 to 5, all those old hierarchies, they're kind of crumbling. And in their place, work is becoming elastic. It's stretching across borders, across time zones. It's not measured by the hours you punch on a clock, but by the actual value you create.
And you know, this isn't just about where we're working. It's about why we're working. A completely new workforce DNA is taking hold. The younger generations, they're not just asking for a little more flexibility. No, they're demanding purpose. They're demanding authenticity. They want a real reason to believe in what they do every single day. That's not a perk anymore. It's the price of admission.
But of course, this whole human reset, it isn't happening in a bubble. It's being supercharged by a force of, well, almost unimaginable power. The code that more and more runs our entire lives.
For a while now, we've been climbing this ladder of automation. At first, we just automated the really simple, repetitive tasks. Now, AI is tackling enormous complexity. But here's the thing. The final rung on this ladder, it's not a world run by machines. It's a true partnership. It's a symbiosis between human creativity and artificial intelligence, where each one makes the other better.
And in that new partnership, our role completely changes. As the machines get better and better at handling everything that's predictable, our value just skyrockets in the realm of the unpredictable. We become the strategists, the ethicists, the people who make sense of it all. We provide the one thing that code just can't replicate: genuine human oversight. But there's a wild card in this whole tech story. A moment of real tension. What happens when these incredibly powerful new tools of ours fail? I don't mean in some small way. I mean, what if they fail in a huge, systemic way that just shatters our trust?
Just imagine that for a second. A global crisis of faith in our own technology. A moment that forces a massive reckoning, that triggers this powerful worldwide demand for human accountability, and in doing so, reminds every single one of us of our own irreplaceable value.
So you've got these two incredible forces, our human reset and technology's great acceleration, and they're starting to converge. And that collision, it's forging a completely new value equation. It's fundamentally redefining what words like profit and success even mean anymore.
The old deal was simple. You traded your time for money. But that contract, it's expiring. The new model is based purely on value. Not the hours you put in, but the outcomes you actually deliver. The real measurable results you create in the world. And this new idea of value isn't just about money. By 2040, a successful company won't just be measured on its bottom line. Oh no, it will be judged on its social impact, on its environmental responsibility. Profit, people, and planet, they're not separate ideas anymore. They are one and the same.
The actual balance sheet of a business is being completely rewritten. We're moving away from just counting revenue and headcount, and we're starting to measure things like our carbon footprint and our ESG score, our real-world impact. Profit is no longer the only thing that counts.
But look, a transformation this huge, socially, technologically, economically, it just can't happen without some guardrails. It demands a totally new rulebook for a brand new world.
And these new rules, they're getting a whole lot smarter. Regulation is going to become dynamic, adapting to change in real time. AI will face mandatory audits for fairness and for accountability.
We'll see new digital taxes emerge, and our privacy will be fiercely protected. It's a world that's demanding radical transparency from everyone.
So, after this whole journey, through our changing society, through technology, through a new economy, new rules, we land on a single core truth, a really simple but powerful idea about our place in the future. As machines get better and better at all the transactional, predictable stuff, our unique human value shifts to the things they simply cannot do.
These are the new currencies of work. Judgment, our ability to make wise calls in really complex situations. Strategy, our creativity to chart a new path forward. And maybe most important of all, empathy, our capacity to connect, to understand, and to lead with our humanity.
See, the future isn't a story about us becoming obsolete. It's a story about our evolution. It won't be a world that is merely automated. It will be a world that is profoundly humanized. And the only real question left is, what part will you play?